family, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well and wishing you a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, or whatever time it is you're watching this video, okay? I'm Iman Hoover and I'm coming to you with a new video today. Okay, this video is, it's special. But the reason why it's special is because I'm doing this video for someone, okay? One of my sisters, I call her, she's a spiritual daughter too. Her name is Jamia, and she wants to learn how to make a sourdough starter. So I thought I'd come in and do this little video and show you how to make a sourdough starter. But first, let me explain what a sourdough is, okay? A sourdough starter is what they used to use years and years and years ago. Our foremothers used sourdough when they baked their bread, all their baked goods, they used the sourdough starter. And the reason being, it is something in it that is good for your gut. They seem to know this back then. Okay, also what a sourdough starter is good for is because flour has in it what's called folic acid, okay? Folic acid blocks nutrients in your gut, you know, from your stomach, from absorbing nutrients. But it has a good side also. It's a antioxidant also. So when you make things like sourdough, which is kind of soaking the dough is wet, it cuts down that folic acid, and where it doesn't really mess with your stomach. And we don't do that anymore. Everything we do nowadays is quick. You know, when they took a sourdough starter and they pulled out one strand and made yeast, a pack of yeast, let me show you. When they pulled out one strand to make yeast, this dry yeast. When they did that, yeah, it's good because it's quick, but it's not good for you, okay? But a sourdough starter is fermented, is soaked flour and is fermented. And it's actually good for your gut. Now, I know I have always said that our foremothers, you know, they soaked everything and, you know, all the time. And it was like they knew this, you know, but, you know, since we have to want everything quick, we run to the store and buy a bread that doesn't have this in it. Even sourdough in the store is not a real sourdough, okay? So, like when you buy sourdough bread, it's not a real sourdough bread. So, I'm hoping that a lot of you sisters will kind of get back to, you know, baking your own stuff and learning how to do sourdough. Okay, now, this is going to be quick and easy because it all depends on how much you want to make too. You know, some people start off with a tablespoon and a couple of tablespoons of water and so forth and so on. Some people use as much as a cup flour and then a cup of water. But see, I'm going to go in between. What I'm going to use is a half a cup of all-purpose flour. Now, let me back up a little bit. Like I said, this is all-purpose flour. You can use any kind of flour. You can use einkorn, you can use rye flour, you can use wheat flour, you can use any kind of flour you want. You can even use a non-gluten flour to make a starter. Okay, for those of you who can't have gluten, you can make a non-gluten sourdough starter. Yes, you can. So, and you can use like brown rice flour, you can use buckwheat flour, you can use millet flour, there are different flours you can use to make a starter. Or you can just go to the store and buy the flour that's already pre-measured out, like Bob Bread Mills make ones, what they're called? Arrowhead or whatever, on like Amazon, they make one. Just get a pre-made non-gluten flour and you can make a sourdough starter. And you can actually bake your bread with that non-gluten flour using your non-gluten sourdough starter. Okay, now I can get back in it. Okay, now your water. You want to use filtered water or spring water or something like that. You do not want to use city water because it has chlorine in it. And the chlorine will kill your yeast before it even gets a chance to start. Okay, now, a lot of people think that, you know, the air and everything is what helps it ferment and stuff, the yeast to grow. Actually, the berries that they grind up to make the flour have yeast on it. Yeast is on, wild yeast is in everything. You know, it's on everything. And it's already in your flour when they grind up the berries because the yeast is on the berries. All right. Now, again, I have my water. What I did, I have a filter on my, under my sink anyway, but what you can do is you can, like the night before you get started, you want to make this, what you do is get you a cup or something, put you some water in it, and get a bottle big enough, because this is going to take you like 7 days to complete. So get you a bottle that's big enough, put your water in it, or buy a gallon, you know, buy a big bottle of water. You know, you can get a liter bottle of water. It'll get you through the whole week, okay? Now, because like I said, you do not want water with chlorine in it. Anyway, I have a half a cup of flour right here that I'm going to start with, okay? And I'm going to put it in. Then I'm going to take the same amount of water. All right. And I'm going to pour it in. Take my spatula. Oh, and try to use either a silicone spatula or wooden, you know. I know some people say don't use metal. Well, you can't use metal in the sourdough you're making. That's for, oh shoot. It'll come to me. I'll say it when it comes to me. Anyway, we're going to stir this up. Non-gluten, the non-gluten starter. Okay, you can't use metal in there. All right, now you're going to stir this up. Get the flour and the water all mixed up. Oh, shoot. I done made a mess trying to, there, okay. Try not to have too many lumps in here, you know. Anyway. You want to make sure we don't have no dry flour spots. Okay, let me rinse this off because I want to scrape down the sides. Okay. Okay, there. We got the sides all scraped down. Now, I'm going to wipe this off. And what you want to do, oh, excuse me, you want to get you either some paper towel or cloth or something. You want to cover the top. Because you want to cover it, but you want it to be able to breathe. Okay, now, what I'm going to do with this, now, I'm just going to take it and sit it over here. And then tomorrow, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do what's called feeding the starter. Okay, and we'll see that part tomorrow. till the next time. Okay, you guys, this is day 2 of our sourdough starter. We're going to do what we call feed it by giving it another half a cup of flour and a half a cup of water. Okay, now usually in this step, people will tell you to take out half and then feed it, but we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to feed it now, and we're going to come back again in 8 hours and feed it again, okay? So now, let's start by giving the half a cup of flour. Okay. Trying to do it there we go. And then we put in our half a cup of water. All right. We're going to give it a good stir to get everything incorporated. Wait, let me get something to scrape that down. You want to make sure you get all your flour mixed in there really good. Okay, let me scrape the sides down. All right. Now, I'm not going to worry about too much. We're going to take our cover and cover it back up. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're going to cover it up. And we are going to sit this to the side. And we're going to come back in 8 hours and feed it again. So see you then. Okay, you guys, I'm coming back. It's 8 hours later. I'm coming back to feed the starter. I almost forgot, y'all. I almost forgot, but here I am. Okay, we're going to feed this starter. And as I said before, we're not going to scoop anything out today. We'll do that tomorrow, okay? Because you do eventually have to take some out. But I'm going to put a half a cup of flour in. And then I'm going to put a half a cup of water. Now, I don't know if I told you guys or not, but yeah, I think I did, but I'm going to remind you again. You cannot use just plain old faucet water. You have to have either spring water or some kind of filter water, you know. So, yeah, because like I said before, it will kill the yeast, okay? So we're going to mix this up. Actually, y'all, it's a little bit more than 8 hours, but you know. It's okay. It'll be all right. Scrape down the sides. And make sure you get all the flour, like before, mixed in really good. Okay, pretty good. Okay, there. Now, we're going to do this again tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. So, that will be day 3. This is day 2. So, we just fed our starter, our sourdough starter, and we're just going to sit it over here. And we are going to come back tomorrow for day 3 and do our feeding. Then, yeah, we will discard some tomorrow, but we're not going to throw it out. We're just going to take some out and add some more in, and you'll see that part tomorrow when we come back. Peace, love, and life, family. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Of course, Imal Hoover here on day number 3 of our sourdough starter. Oh, it's hungry too. The reason when you can tell when it's hungry, uh-oh, I dropped the, oh, I got it. When you tell it's hungry, that's because it has, it separates, it's water sitting on the top. I'm just gonna mix that in there right quick. Okay, now, day number 3. We're gonna feed this starter again in the morning, but this evening is where we'll do something different and make a change. You know, you might hear somebody say discard. Well, yeah, that's when we will start discarding, okay? Again, we're gonna put, this is a 1/4 cup, so we're gonna do 2 of these. And then we're gonna do 1/2 cup of water. And we're gonna mix this in really good. I'm gonna have to get another top to replace this. I was using, well, I guess it's all right. You just got to be careful because it's unraveling and getting in. Okay. And make sure we get this mixed all the way in here. Make sure all the dry flour is mixed in really good. I think I am gonna change out the this for something else. Ball it up. Got a piece of parchment paper. Okay, we'll be back this evening in about 8 hours to give this fix this up, give it another feeding, and a discarding feeding, and we'll see you then. Okay, you guys, we are back to do the evening feeding of our sourdough starter. And like I said before, that we're going to take half of this out of here. Yeah, here we go. Take half of it out. Set that here. Now, I'm going to take a half a cup of flour as usual. And a half a cup of water. I'm going to stir this up really good. Okay. Scrape all that back in there, and I'm gonna mix this in because I can see some dry bits in here. So yeah, we got to mix that in really good. Scrape the jar down as the best we can. Okay. Okay, that was the evening of day 3's feeding. Okay, now I'm gonna put this in something and put it in the refrigerator. Because I should have had this out at first, but what you can do, this can be used to make pancakes, you know, waffles or something like that. You don't never want to throw that away. So, we'll put this up in the refrigerator. yeah, we'll put that up, and then we'll be back tomorrow on day 4 to continue feeding our starter. See you then. All right, you guys, this is day 4 of feeding our sourdough starter, okay? And what we're going to do today is we're going to remove some this morning, like we did last night. We're going to remove some this morning. Let's see. Okay. It's already bubbly, but it's not strong enough yet to bake with it yet. Okay. So now we're gonna add, because we just took out a half a cup and put it in this dish right here. And like I told you guys on day 3, this, you don't throw it away. You can cook with this. Okay, you can make pancakes, waffles, you know, stuff like that. Because it's not a full, it's not full for a full sourdough yet. We still got a couple more days to go. Okay, I'm gonna add this. Ooh, I made a mess. And then I'm gonna add a half a cup of water. Mix it all in. Scrape the sides as we go. And there, let's see. And clean off the thing. And stir it. Make sure we get all our dry bits down in there. Clean this up because I spilled some of the stuff on it. Okay. Now, all right. Day 4 morning feeding, and we'll be back this evening with day 4 evening feeding. Okay, so I'll see you guys this evening. Okay, you guys, this is the evening of day 4. So this is the evening feeding. So we're gonna feed. We're gonna half a cup of flour, half a cup of water, And we're gonna mix it all in. And tomorrow morning, in the morning, will be a discard day. We're gonna put this in our little bowl, and we're going to, this weekend I'll probably make some pancakes with that. Yeah. Just making sure that it's, yeah, we got all the dry bits. Okay. Day 4 is done. See you on day 5. Okay, you guys, we on day 5 are feeding our sourdough starter. Okay, now, starting today to day 7, we are only gonna feed our sourdough starter once, okay, instead of the twice. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start by discarding half of this. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we got rid of half of it. Now we're going to give it, as usual, fluff this out to get any, to get out, you know, lumps. Okay. Half a cup of flour. Half a cup of water. Making a mess. Alright, now we're going to do like we normally do. We're going to stir this up. Get all the dry stuff down in the bottom so it won't be no dry lumps on the top. Let's see. Scrape down the sides. Again, I'm going to scrape this off because there's always dry stuff, you know, on this. When you stir it up, so you want to get that in here. Okay. Get those dry bits down in there. Scrape the sides one more time. Since we kind of stirred it up again. Okay, there we go. All right. Cover it up. And this is day number 5 feeding. We're done with day number 5, so I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, you guys, we are on day 6 of our sourdough starter. And yeah, oh, this thing is hungry, looking hungry. Stir it up a little bit. Yeah, okay, we're gonna put, take this out. Well, I ain't got to. We're gonna put half a cup, again, a half a cup of our flour. Half a cup of flour. Half a cup of water. And we're going to stir like we normally do. Oh, wait a minute. Stir, stir, stir. And scrape down the sides. Okay, let me get something else. Y'all know I always gotta scrape this thing off because y'all always got flour. Scrape the sides again. Make sure we get all of that goodness in there. Okay. All right, now, day number 6 is down. And we'll be back tomorrow for day number 7, our last day. See you then. Okay, you guys, we are on day number 7, the last day of feeding our sourdough starter. And after this morning, this evening, she should be ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to start off doing what we normally do. As you guys might be able to tell, I changed the jar because the other one was getting kind of icky. You know, not that it really mattered. Okay, first what I'm going to start off doing, I'm going to, as usual, remove a little bit and put it in this jar right here. It's going to be a half a cup because this is a 1/4 cup measure. Leave that there. All right, Let's see. Now, before I put the flour in this time, I'm going to use this, my funnel, y'all. That's my canning funnel. Take a half a cup of flour. Put that in. Shake the flour down. And half a cup of water. Take all this out the way. And we're going to stir it up as usual. Yeah, then number 7. Use it. Yesterday, this dog was all the way at the top and it fell, but that's normal. That happens. Still happens. Oh, I should have kept that. Anyway, stir that in really good. We're going to scrape down the sides as like you do. Scrape that in there. Okay. I'm going to put this on. Now that this is done, you can wait till this evening and you can actually use it. Or if you don't want to use it, later on, just put the top on it and stick it in the refrigerator. Okay? Because she's good to go. Uh Now, let me cover this back up. Cover this one back up. I think later on, I'm gonna use this up first to I'm gonna mix up because I was supposed to do it today, no, yesterday, and I never got around to it to make some pancakes because you gotta, like as usual, let your stuff sit overnight. So I'm gonna mix up a batter later on this evening so it can sit overnight, and I'm making me some pancakes. Okay, now I want to share a little thing, some things with you guys uh, that go along with your sourdough bread making. Okay, let me come up close so you can see. What this is called a lamb. And what this is for is how to make your little scoring in your bread to make the pretty designs. That's what this does. And let me show you they got the little razor blades in here. This is the extra one. I'm not gonna take it out, but yeah, you get extra ones. Now I only had these two left. I mean they last a long time, but yeah, it lasts a long time. But I needed some more, but it was cheaper just to get a whole new thing with the razors in it. But yeah, they're cheap. They're not that expensive. Amazon. I'll probably put the link in the description box, where you can get this. They have different kinds, but most people just get this one because it's a little cheapy thing and it works. So yeah, that's the lamb. That's what it's called. Okay, now I hope that this video will inspire you guys to make your sourdough starter and start baking your own sourdough bread, because if you're gonna eat bread, this is the way we should eat it. The stuff you buy in the store, that stuff is no good for you. And like I always say, our foremothers, when they did anything, they soaked everything. Just like if you just have wheat berries, you should soak your wheat berries and overnight or maybe a couple of days or whatever. Then you let them dry and you grind them up and you make your bread. So yeah, we got to learn how to get back to the old ways. That for our health. We got to stop being, microwave people and just learn how to take our time to do stuff. Okay, so if this is the first time you watch any of my videos, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, uh, hit that notification bell, give it a thumbs up, and share. Leave a comment. Leave a comment, cause I might even give a couple of these away. Who knows? You know. But yeah. Along with I said I was gonna give away a dough whisk as well. Is that still over here, or did I move it? I moved it. Okay, a dough whisk, a lime, maybe a dough scraper, bench scraper, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I might do all that. So with that, you guys, happy sourdough starter making, and happy bread baking. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.